It was the evening before Christmas, and Maya Thompson hurried down the snowy street toward the restaurant where her blind date was supposed to take place. She had spent hours getting ready, a warm red sweater, soft curls in her hair, and a hopeful smile she kept practicing in the mirror. This was her first blind date in months, and after a rough year, she truly wanted something good to happen. She arrived early, chose a quiet corner table, and kept glancing at the door every few seconds. She checked the time, then checked it again. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 20. The pit in her stomach grew heavier with every passing second. By the time 30 minutes had gone by, she knew the truth. Her date wasn't coming. The waiter approached gently. "Still expecting someone, miss." Maya forced a smile. He might be running late, but they both knew he wasn't. Trying not to cry in public, Maya lowered her gaze and began packing her purse, embarrassed and disappointed. That was when she heard a small voice beside her. "Excuse me, can we sit with you?" She looked up to see a little girl, maybe 7 years old, in a fluffy pink winter coat, clutching a tiny stuffed rabbit. Her eyes sparkled with innocence and fearless curiosity. Sure," Maya said softly, confused but touched. The little girl scrambled into the seat across from her and sighed dramatically, as if she had just escaped hours of boredom. "My name is Lila Carter. What's your name?" "Maya," she replied, smiling despite herself. "Nice to meet you, Lila." Lila grinned. "I like your hair. You look like a Christmas princess." Maya laughed for the first time that evening. Lila talked nonstop about how she loved hot chocolate, how she built a snowman taller than her, how she wished Christmas came twice a year, how her teacher said she talked too much but she didn't think so. Maya found herself relaxing, the sting of her ruined date dissolving into warmth. After several minutes, a woman hurried over, cheeks flushed from the cold. "Lila, you ran off again." "I'm so sorry," she said to Maya. "That's okay," Maya replied. "She's great company." The woman, Emma Carter, smiled gratefully. "Thank you. Lila doesn't usually talk to strangers so easily." "That's not true," Lila argued. "I talk to nice people." "You don't go around asking strangers questions, honey." "That's different," Lila said confidently. "Maya's not a stranger. She's my friend." Maya's heart softened. She hadn't felt this scene in a long time. Emma reached for Lila's hand. "Come on, sweetheart. Let's go home." But Lila didn't move. Instead, she leaned closer to Maya, her voice suddenly quiet. "Maya, can I ask you something?" "Of course." The girl fiddled with the ear of her stuffed rabbit nervously. "Would you, maybe, want to be my new mom?" Emma froze. Maya froze. The whole restaurant felt like it went silent. Emma's face fell with embarrassment and sadness. "Lila, we talked about this," she whispered gently. "Mommy's not looking for someone to replace her." "But I'm not replacing her," Lila insisted. I want someone who smiles at me like you did. You look like someone who needs a family too." The words hit Maya so deeply she couldn't breathe. Tears welled up in her eyes. Not from heartbreak this time, but from a feeling she hadn't felt in forever. Belonging. Emma crouched beside Lila. "Sweetheart, Maya is a stranger. You can't just—" "I'm not asking her to be my mom now," Lila said, shaking her head. "I just want her to stay in our lives." Emma sighed, torn between correcting her daughter and acknowledging her instincts. Maya looked at Emma softly. "She's just being honest, and she's very sweet." Emma nodded awkwardly. "Well, thank you for being kind to her. I'm sorry if she made you uncomfortable." "Actually," Maya said gently, wiping a tear, "she made my night better." Emma hesitated for a moment, then asked, "Would you like to join us for Christmas breakfast tomorrow?" "Lila would love it, and honestly, so would I." Maya smiled for real this time, not forced, not hopeful, but full. "I'd love to," Lila squealed with excitement. "Yay, it's like the best Christmas present ever." And just like that, a night that began with rejection ended with unexpected warmth, the kind that turns strangers into family. Maya walked home with a glowing heart knowing this was the beginning of a new chapter she never saw coming. The next morning, sunlight streamed softly through Maya's window as she dressed for Christmas breakfast. She felt nervous, but in a warm, fluttery way. It had been a long time since she was invited into someone's family space. She arrived at the Carters' small but cozy home just after 9 a.m. Before she could even knock, the door flew open.
Mia!
Lila launched herself into her arms like a tiny missile. Maya laughed, hugging her tightly. Well, good morning to you too. Nema appeared behind her, smiling apologetically. She's been standing at the window since 7 a.m. waiting for you. I wasn't waiting, Lila corrected confidently. I was checking the weather, repeatedly. They all laughed. Inside, the house smelled of cinnamon, pancakes, and something sweet baking in the oven. Christmas music played softly. Decorations were simple but full of warmth, clearly arranged with love, not perfection. Sit, Emma said, pulling out a chair. It's nothing fancy, but we're happy you're here. Maya looked around and felt a feeling she hadn't felt in years. Home. As they ate, Lila chattered nonstop. About her favorite cartoons, how she wanted a puppy, how she thought Santa looked suspiciously like their neighbor last night. Emma kept shaking her head with embarrassment, but Maya just smiled, enjoying every second. After breakfast, Lila tugged at Maya's sleeve. Come, I want to show you something. She led Maya to the living room and pointed at the Christmas tree. Under it was a tiny, poorly wrapped gift with crooked tape all over it. I made this for you, Lila said quietly. Maya knelt down and opened it gently. Inside was a hand-drawn picture of the three of them, Lila in the middle, holding both Maya's and Emma's hands. Above them, in shaky crayon letters, were the words, My family. Maya's throat tightened, her eyes blurred. She blinked rapidly, but the tears still came. Emma saw the drawing and froze. Lila, we talked about not assuming, but Maya shook her head softly. It's beautiful, she whispered. Thank you, Layla. Lila beamed proudly. Emma touched Maya's shoulder gently. I'm sorry if this is overwhelming. She's been lonely since her father left. She attaches quickly. I understand, Maya whispered. And I don't mind. Emma looked at her for a long moment, studying her face, her sincerity, her kindness. Then she said something unexpected. Would you like to stay for the day? We're going to the Christmas fair later. Lila would love it. And honestly, so would I. Maya felt her heart flutter. I'd love to. Lila jumped up and down, cheering. I knew you'd stay. Today is going to be the best day ever. And it was. They spent the afternoon at the Christmas fair, drinking hot chocolate, taking pictures, laughing at terrible Christmas jokes, and watching Lila ride the carousel 3 times in a row. As the sun set and the sky glowed orange, Emma and Maya walked side by side while Lila ran ahead. Emma glanced at Maya shyly. You know, I'm really glad you came yesterday. I think fate might have had something planned. Maya smiled, a soft blush warming her cheeks. Maybe it did. Emma hesitated, then quietly slipped her hand into Maya's. Maya didn't let go. Ahead of them, Lila turned around, saw their hands, and squealed. I knew you two liked each other. They burst into laughter, and for the first time in a very long time, Maya realized she wasn't alone anymore. She had stumbled into rejection and walked straight into something that felt like destiny. A new beginning, a new family, a new love, all on a Christmas she would never forget.